Hello YouTube, Sunshine here. Today I put together my favorite weight loss tips, and these have helped me so much. When I was losing 80 pounds, which took 10 years, but I got there, and now I've gained some back. But I've been in a wheelchair recently since this summer. But you just can't give up, people. You just gotta keep trying to be, whatever you want to be. And for me, it was always thinner than I was. And now I'm recommitted to losing these 20 pounds I got while I was in the hospital. Because food was the only entertainment. So I relied on that. So here are my tips. This is from Bette Midler. And this works so beautifully for me. She said, get a full-length mirror. Isn't that amazing? I had in my house, I only had a mirror that showed half of me. So as I was getting larger and larger, I wasn't really paying that much attention to what I was doing. So get a full-length mirror. I grew up on Diet Coke, and I would have it, like every meal. I finally realized if I had, a Diet Coke with a meal, I wanted to eat more. And I don't understand why that works that way, but it sure does for me. So I've cut out diet sodas from my life. And drink a tea, a nice, nicely brewed green tea, for example, is a good choice. But it took me a while to get, move away from my Diet Coke habit. But I eat less as a result, I know. Every food you select is a chance to make good choices. And that's neat, when I'm reaching for that, whatever, high fat, low protein, whatever it is. But every food choice is a chance to make a difference and to make a good choice. Just this morning, I tried something new. I got some frozen chopped up spinach and frozen chopped up kale and put those in my smoothie. And I used to use fresh spinach, but it wilts if you don't move forward with it. But I tried the frozen spinach and the frozen kale, and it was great. It worked well in my smoothie. So I just threw it in there while it was frozen. This was such a big deal for me when I was losing weight. When I had a high-stress job in my 20s and 30s, my sleep just fell away. That deep, restful sleep you get when you're young. And whenever I didn't get enough sleep, it just made me hungry because I guess ghrelin gets more produced. Ghrelin is a hormone. And it sends out signals that says, eat now, you're hungry. So when I didn't get enough sleep, I think it turned on that, and it would be impossible for me to stick to my food plan some days when I did not get enough sleep. So never minimize the advantage of that. So one of the things I was just reading about is the importance to eat high volume, low calorie food. And one of the big superstar here are apples. I've started eating an apple every day. So got some fiber, and I eat Honeycrisp apples, so they're just a lovely treat. So do eat an apple a day. Keeps the doctor away. So we want to look for protein-rich foods that suppress our appetite. And a go-to for me are eggs. I can eat 2 eggs and feel, really satisfied. Tofu is a great choice. Greek yogurt, another nice one there, and salmon. Another tip I have is just move all day long. If you're chained to a desk or, just don't have a chance, just move your body all the time. Just, and just tell your colleagues and family, I'm losing weight. I heard that people who fidget are usually much slimmer than those who don't. And I think that was curious observation. Something that has helped me so much is to improve my posture, to sit up tall and lower those shoulders, and it makes a difference. People will notice you, and in a happy way, when you've got your posture together and it's upright, and you're getting attention to your core. Are you holding it in, and then you walk, and it's amazing. I had lower back pain for many years. And when I started really standing up straight and tightening my core, the back pain has gone away. And wow, isn't that a nice thing? So really strengthen your core. I know when I first started working with a trainer 5 years ago, he said, you got to strengthen your core, which I'd heard about because it's hot, right? And I went, where is my core? You just about fell over. You thought that was hysterical. But I wasn't conscious of my torso really as my core and holding it in and getting it strong. I do keep a food journal when I'm really working at losing weight, because then I can see dramatically what I've already eaten today, and that can turn me away from snack. We want foods that are high in unsaturated fat, and some superstars here are almonds, but I count my almonds out so I don't eat too many of them. Avocado. I eat avocado whenever I can. I love it. So it's high in unsaturated fat, which makes you feel fuller. Salmon, again, is another superstar. This is a fun list. So here are some items that suppress our appetite and but are still good for us. Coffee. I think coffee has gotten is now accepted as acceptable. Just don't drink too much of it. I tend to drink I have very strong concentrated coffee in the refrigerator, but I add a bunch of milk to it. Dark chocolate. Isn't that fun? I used to be a milk chocolate girl, but a few squares of dark chocolate can make you feel fuller, and it's fun. Ginger. If you can incorporate ginger into your diet, that can help suppress your appetite. And cinnamon. I use cinnamon a couple of times a day. I put it in my smoothie, I put it in my coffee, and what a nice spice. It's very good. And one of the things that I needed to get away from is creamy salad dressings. The bottled ones, look at the label on those things. And for example, a creamy Caesar, 2 tablespoons of creamy Caesar dressing have 163 calories. And that's, on top of everything else you're eating at the meal, so 163 calories. Versus a non-fat yogurt dressing has 16 calories. Let's go with that one. This I know is a tough tip, but it really is central, I think, to weight loss. You need to limit your stress. Really look at what's getting you down and I get kind of frantic sometimes when I get super stressed. And I know when I had sort of a stressful job, you need to find healthy ways to get rid of that stress. And, you may have to make some life changes, with whatever it is that's really causing you, great stress. I journal compulsively, and I learn about my mistakes, and where I got off track during the day. And then I celebrate all my successes, and I go, woohoo, good, that's work. And another thing I do is breathing exercises. Wow, I've learned some great ones. My favorite is right now, you breathe in with your nose, slightly pause at the top. Just when you feel like I gotta eat something, I have to get that bag of cookies, try this. So we're in with the nose, slight pause. I don't understand why the slight pause is so good, but it is. So we're breathing in, very slight pause, and then all the way out. Do that 4 times, and I guarantee you're gonna feel better. So we're gonna limit our stress. You gotta look at your life and see what's really getting you down and make some changes. Because stress just eats away at us. Eat slowly. This is a tough one for me because I tend to wolf my food, especially if I'm hungry. So eat slowly and mindfully. Really pay attention to what you're doing, because eating is fun, right? And so we enjoy that moment. So we want to be very mindful about it. And something that I try to do every meal is to have a gratitude prayer. I thank all the growers and farmers who created this, beautiful food for me. And then I like to also think about who transported the food and who sells it to us, and just give a shout out of gratitude that there are other people who do these things, so I can go forward. And this helped me a lot, and I know there's some controversy over it, but get a really good quality digital scale. And that made a big difference to me, because I would weigh myself every morning without clothes on, so I knew it was a consistent measure. And I do a little Snoopy dance. If the scale went down, I do a little Snoopy dance. And if the scale went up, I just beat myself up mercilessly. So there are pros and cons there. But without a scale, how do you know if you're making progress? And those little bits of progress just feel so good. So you need to know. And then when you start, putting weight on, you can stop it in its tracks. So those are my tips. I really wish you a good eating day. And success at whatever your goals are. So I wish everyone well. Loves to all. Sunshine.